So
we all know the challenges you put out there for Swift this year in terms of playing through some stuff. This is some stuff he can't play through, but he puts a lot of effort into being that guy that can be reliable and durable for you. And when that doesn't work out, what's your level of empathy as a guy that's played the position where just sometimes, you can't do anything. You've done everything you can.
yeah, it's tough. And, mentally you start to think, hey, man, what's going on? Is it just my luck? But one thing I will say about that kid is us as coaches that pulled him out. He wanted to go. He wanted to keep going. And if we didn't pull him out, he'll still be going today. So that tells me about the energy, the commitment, just the fire the kid has to continue to play. Now, stuff like this is going to happen. Especially playing running back in the NFL, you're going to have, days where things are not going to look good. But you got to bounce back. Like I told him, hey, man, I want you to continue to study. I want you to bounce back mentally and physically and be ready to roll here in a couple weeks.
That desire of his to play, or the push that you guys have given him to be tough and play through some of these injuries, did that contribute to it at all? I mean, would he have been better served sitting out after week 1 and being healthy now, I guess?
No.
No.
You guys have accumulated some nice depth and experience, depth at that position. How confident are you going forward with, obviously Jamal's already really produced, but having Craig out there, Justin, when it comes to that?
I'm super confident, man. I'm excited for these guys. Just to be able to have the mentality of the next man up, which exists around this NFL because of the nature of the game and the injuries that occur. These guys are chopping at the bit, man. You got JJ, Craig, and of course Jamal is ready to roll. So it'll be a good group out there Sunday.
When you consider, even when you play, the anxiety of wanting to get back out there, but at the same time, the patience of knowing if you don't get the proper rest, you're not going to get the proper results. How do you get that message across to them?
It's one day at a time. It's one day at a time, and I love personally. I love when a kid is coming to me every day and saying, "Hey, man, I can go. I'm ready. I can go. I'm ready." So, and that's what type of kid Swift is. When you do get words out of him, that's what he's saying. You're not gonna get many, but and that tells me his dedication, his love for the game, and I appreciate that. So, and all coaches do.
So how do you get him to protect himself then? You know what I mean? I know you said you guys have pulled him out, right? So how do you press that upon a player? Like, know what your limits are, and sit
You
out
don't.
sometimes, right? No.
You don't. It's more hurt and harm come from that, than just saying go. You never want to put them in their minds that they got to slow down or they got to protect themselves on certain plays. You never want to do that, and I'm not.
You guys know or rely on the medical professionals then, I guess, when it's time to, hey, you can't go anymore? Is that what comes out?
I rely on a bunch of different information. I know Dan does too. At the end of the day, you can turn the film on and you can look at the film and compare the film to, previous games when he was healthy. You can tell.
He said, yes, Monday maybe if there might be some benefit just to give him until the bye week to rest up. How do you feel about that? Just how much will that?
I would say day by day. Once again, I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you how long it's going to take. But however long it takes for him to get back right, that's what it is.
We've asked a lot about the receiver blocking and what that means to your room in the last couple weeks. Dan just told us Saint's going to be out a week after he was running pulls like a fullback through the line for you, and Chark and Reynolds are also dealing with some stuff. How much does just the injuries and maybe some moving pieces on the outside affect your guys' approach to this week, if at all?
Doesn't affect it at all. We got a job to do as running backs, and our job is to go out there, protect, run the ball, and protect the ball, protect the quarterback. So once again, kind of going back to what he asked, I'm never going to tell my guys to slow down or be cautious. Never going to tell them that, because then they start playing the game a different way that I don't accept. And that's not who I am. That's not who we are.